Good day. I'm Gail Hunter. Panoramic Poetry is a spoken word venue in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Once a week, poets come to read and listen to the spoken word. Here are some highlights from past Panoramic Poetry gatherings.
How fittingly my poem will be, What If Poetry Was a Crime?
Someone please call 911.
See, some of you may think that if poetry was a crime, you just might not have to hear crucial. Well, hopefully you've learned differently by coming here tonight and hearing all these poets share their gift with you, especially the young ones, doing their thing. As well as Tasha graduating high school. I mean, that's love. Poetry is so bigger than just us, though. It's been around longer than us, and it'll be here long after us. Poetry is Maya Angelou, Dr. Sonia Sanchez, Nikki Giovanni. Poetry is Panoramic, Uptown, Downtown. Poetry is Job, Proverbs, Psalms, Ecclesiastics. Poetry is a lot deeper than what you just see. So I say to you, to my poets and poetry lovers, what if poetry was a crime? Dropping these metaphors, speaking these similes meant for poets to do actual hard time? Now, if that was the case, would you as a poet really renounce your gift? Or would you understand, like me, the life-saving mentality of spitting these poetic phrases that allows my soul to be free? If I could be so bold, not about what I've heard, but how I feel about this poetry deep inside, enough where I'd ask you just to close your eyes. Let it be about the words you hear as well as the words you blindly see. Enough to smell, taste, and feel my poetic stories. Because see, I am poetry, and poetry is definitely me. I would gladly be one of the authorities at the risk of doing a bid. Because when it comes to this poetry, this isn't some fad, but in real, how I live. I need this poetry in order to survive. Because see, without this written and verbal art, a part of me deep inside most certainly would die. So if shackles and chains along with a 6x9 foot cell was my fate, easily without question I'd write and run and write for the rest of my life. Stand a man down in the face of incarceration, especially when the alternative is to give up my poetry. I shot the sheriff. And if I had to, I'd even shoot the deputies. So to my poets and poetry lovers, I ask you, what if poetry was a crime? Speaking these adjectives, dropping these adverbs, but in the end, if I was caught, that mean I would truly have to serve? Well, if that's the case, my mother Marjorie ain't raised no punk. So I'm gonna go out on my feet because I refuse to go out on my knees. I'ma still talk about Big Brother, y'all. That's the G to the O to the V along with the apostrophe T. And though Brother Barack is in office, if he ain't doing right, I still talk about him too in this poetry, you see. See, love is almost non-existent in this world that we reside. So I ain't smiling my back on this gift given to me from the Most High. Smiled on an addition from the Most High's right-hand fiery side through fiery brown eyes as stated in the scripture. Because see, now, this is the day of the poetic prophets. We got to be about the message we're speaking about. Not afraid of the walking, doing more than just talking. Because see, me, I come from a heritage, a place filled with kings. I'm not that ignorant brother that mainstream society wants me to be. I'm not that hitting woman mother that my father exampled me to see. So I say to you, to my poets and poetry lovers, what if poetry was a crime? If that's the case, I stand here now and I tell you, don't you worry about me. Because see, this gift of mine is that of the great Anuki, straight heaven to earth. And see, now, only with the devil's ego and misguidings can I be taken off this poetic path that I'm already destined to walk. Because see, with this gift, I truly must speak. So in the end, if I'm ever caught, like I said, don't you ever worry about me. Because see, even locked down in a 6x9 foot cell, my mind will always be free. And even in my heart and my soul, I'll know that only God could ever judge me if this right here, poetry, was considered a crime. That's how we get it in here, Panoramic Poetry. Thank you for coming. I just wanted to close it out.